song?
He knows. I need to see the phone.
Okay.
אני רוצה להגיד תודה לרוחות האחמת האותיות העבריות.
Shalom Shalom. Welcome from Eliyahu Hali. This is Eliyahu Hali on the Fellowship of the Ring and Elijah's Codes, and I'm very, very honored to be here today with two beautiful friends who I've known for quite a number of years. I'm here with SiriOm Singh, the Black American Sikh musician, who is a wonderful teacher and inspiration, and a Sikh, an American Sikh. And I'm here with his wife as well, Ayala. Ayala, who is his partner, his life partner, his wife, and they have a beautiful teamwork, and they are a team, and they do big work, and travel the world, teaching and sharing the gift of music, the beautiful gift of SiriOm Singh's music, and the yoga of drumming. Maybe we could get into what that is, SiriOm Singh.
Certainly.
And so how are you both today?
We are feeling absolutely spectacular, Eliyahu, since we're here with you in Jerusalem and in Israel.
What can I add to that? We're wonderful.
Okay. And, well, it's hard to know where to begin. Maybe begin a little bit. Ayla, maybe you could translate for me into Hebrew?
Sure.
Okay. So, Ayla, maybe you could tell me a little bit about how you met.
Would you like me to translate the question too?
Yes.
אוקיי, אז אתה רוצה לדעת איך אנחנו נפגשנו?
כן, בקיצור.
בקיצור, בעברית. SiriOm ואני נפגשנו בעבודה, כמו הרבה אנשים שנפגשים במקום עבודה, שנינו מרפאים בעיסוק. אני הייתי בארצות הברית בתקופה.
Okay, and also in English?
Okay, I have to remember what I said. We met at work like many other people do. We were both occupational therapists. I was in the United States and I was working as a traveling therapist. And I came to work at the place that SiriOm worked in to replace him because he was leaving. אני הייתי traveling therapist, נוסעת ממקום למקום כדי לעבוד בתור מרפאה בעיסוק, ואני הגעתי למקום שבו SiriOm עבד כדי להחליף אותו, כי הוא התפטר.
What kind of work were you doing, SiriOm Singh, when you met Ayala and...
My day profession is as in the capacity of an occupational therapist, and that roughly means that I help people return to their functional living level after they have experienced some form of setback in the way of disease or injury or illness.
And Ayala, this is what you did. You're not doing it now, but this is what you did.
Well, we still are doing this.
Very nice.
We still are doing this.
It's great work. It's sacred work.
Okay.
Okay. So you met in this setting, and the rest is history. Is that it?
That's correct.
That's
yes,
pretty much it.
SiriOm asked me what I do for fun, and the rest is history.
Okay.
That's it.
And okay, SiriOm Singh. So you converted to Sikhism. Tell me a little bit about that. I guess you were grew up Christian. Tell me a little bit about your background and how you found Sikhism, why you converted, and what attracted you in Sikhism.
Well, basically, I grew up.
You were translating.
I grew up in America, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the Episcopalian faith.
גדלתי בארצות הברית, בכנסייה האפיסקופלית, כנסייה נוצרית.
And I like to say that my mother got me on this track, on this path, because she said that one day when we first moved to that area of Germantown in Philadelphia, she said, "Boys, we're going up to the church and you're going to sing in the choir."
אמא שלי התחילה אותי על המסע הזה, כי כשעברנו לפילדלפיה, היא אמרה לי ולאחים שלי, ילדים, אנחנו הולכים לכנסייה ואתם תשירו במקהלה.
And I got into the choir, and my younger brother did too, after a few years when he got a little older. And my other brother just served as an altar boy in the church. Pardon me. And this is when I fell in love with the sound of the Spirit, the sound of God. And in Sikhism we call it the nod.
הכנסייה היא המקום שבו אני התאהבתי בקול, במוזיקה, בקשר עם אלוהים, דרך הכל מה שנקרא בסיקיזם נד.
Just look into the camera. Okay.
And I didn't understand at the time when I was singing these sacred words in the church why I would sometimes feel tearful and cry, and I felt a little embarrassed as a young child growing up.
לא הבנתי למה כשאני שר בכנסייה אני מונה לדמעות ולבכי והייתי נבוך בתור ילד.
I just knew instinctively, intuitively that it made me feel just wonderful. I just felt my own bliss as a young child singing. I would come home from choir practice and do my chores and sing and you know, sing outside doing my chores, cleaning the yard, and I had so much comfort and love and happiness just singing, and I would just sing all the time.
אז הבנתי שהשירה, המוזיקה, מעלה אותי, מרוממת אותי וממלאה אותי באהבה, הייתי חוזר הביתה ועושה את כל עבודת הבית ושר כל הזמן ומרגיש מלא אהבה ומלא שמחה.
So, as I got a little older and wanted to become cool and fit in with my peers, like any other young person, I moved away from the church and didn't really feel that it was hip or cool to be a singer in a choir, in a church choir. So I stopped.
כשגדלתי הרגשתי שזה לא מספיק קול לשיר בכנסייה ולהיות קשור לכנסייה. התרחקתי מהדת והפסקתי לשיר במקהלה.
So it wasn't until many years into my mid-adulthood that I began to have a need to search and find out who I really was, what my purpose was in life. And I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't have any idea what it was.
רק אחרי הרבה שנים התעורר בי הצורך לבדוק מחדש את הדרך שלי, את הקשר שלי לרוחניות, אבל לא ידעתי מי אני ולמה אני רוצה להתקשר.
And for quite some time, for a lack of better words, I found myself running in circles.
ובמשך הרבה זמן התרוצצתי במעגלים סביב עצמי.
And then I like to say that yoga found me. And as we discussed earlier, Ayala and I met, and we just began speaking and talking, and we discovered that we both had the same similar passions in life food, film, art, and providing some kind of a service to our community.
ואז יוגה מצאה אותי, אני פגשתי את איילה, ואנחנו גילינו שיש לנו הרבה דברים במשותף, אנחנו אוהבים אוכל וסרטים ואומנות, וגם מחפשים דרך להציע שירות לאחרים.
You said you found yoga.
Yoga found me.
Yoga found you.
Yes.
At this point, do you mean hatha yoga, the body postures?
Kundalini yoga.
Kundalini yoga, okay.
Yes.
We'll have to talk a little bit about what that is.
Okay.
Well, what is it?
Kundalini yoga is the yoga of awareness. This is the description that Yogi Bhajan gives it. And he speaks about it in a way in which it's an understanding of who the person is or is becoming by practicing the yoga. And the yoga of awareness stimulates the central nervous system, and it provides us with the awareness of our essential energy centers.
קונדליני יוגה היא היוגה של המודעות, היא מעלה את רמת המודעות ואת האנרגיה במרכזי האנרגיה בגוף.
And with the practice of Kundalini Yoga, we are engaged in the use of the breath. We are engaged in the use of mantra and mudra and meditation, and of course the physical postures of Kundalini Yoga.
קונדליני יוגה מערבת תנועה עם נשימה, עם מנטרה, עם מודרה, עם ידיים ועם מדיטציה.
Is that the yoga of the Sikhs?
That is not per se the yoga of the Sikh nation, but it is the yoga that is practiced by many of the American Sikhs in America, and in parts of Europe and South America.
And this guru or yogi that you mentioned, was he a Sikh?
He was a Sikh, Yogi Bhajan.
Okay.
Was born and raised in India, and was taught Kundalini Yoga at a very young age and became a master at the age of 15.
Taught by a Hindu yogi?
Taught by another Sikh yoga,
Another
a
Sikh
Sikh teacher.
So when you found Kundalini yoga, you found Sikhism at the same time, is that right?
I was exposed to it by my teachers. Both my teachers are Sikhs, American Sikhs.
Yes.
Who found the path in America just as I did, and I didn't take it on right away. I began wearing a head cover during the training of Kundalini Yoga, and then I began to explore and experiment wearing the turban, and the turban became a part of me.
And the Sikh does not cut his hair, and you do not cut your hair, is that right?
I do not cut my hair.
And you said earlier with me that the hair is the source of prana, or what did you say?
The hair is considered where the prana lives.
The life energy.
The life energy. And it is a vital source, a vital place in which we are stimulated with the energy of the prana and the hair, and it's an honorable place on the body, and it is clean. The hair is kept clean. The hair is kept refined, and it is kept in a rishi knot, and then the turban is applied.
So, of course, there's a lot of in common with the tradition of the Nazarites. The Nazarites in the Hebrew tradition, who were not allowed to cut their hair, and the story of Samson, of course. And I know that Hindu masters, they grow their hair long and take power into their hair. also American Indians. It's very interesting. I'm sure it's so. Just look at Yogananda's photos. Okay, and is that somehow connected with the importance of the lion in Sikhism? The lion with his mane of hair.
I can't speak intelligently on that, but I can say that taking on the embodiment of Singh, which means lion, and a person who takes on the Sikh vow, one of the vows is not to cut the hair.
Okay, and the lion is very important. He's a symbol of what a Sikh should be. Is that right? A warrior, a leader, that dignity, that integrity. That's why the lion is important, is it?
The lion is considered noble.
Noble.
So the Sikh who takes on the Sikh vows and makes a practice of wearing a turban carries him or herself in a noble manner.
Okay. Yes, and tell me a little more about Sikhism and why it attracted you.
I took on the path of Sikhism because the more I practiced Kundalini Yoga and the values that I was discovering in the embodiment of the 8 limbs of yoga, I began to feel that this was a path in which I had been seeking for a long time in my adult years.
ככל שהייתי מעורב יותר בקונדליני יוגה, הבנתי זו הדרך שאני חיפשתי כל החיים.
And the Sikhism began to speak to me in a form of noble worship, primarily because of the accepting of all religious paths and all faiths are worthy of protecting and honoring.
And serving.
And serving.
That's okay. סיקיזם מצא חן בעיניי מפני שהוא מקבל, מכבד ומגן על כל הדתות האחרות.
And on all people.
וכל האנשים.
And all people. Yes.
So you were saying earlier to me that Sikhism is a path of an esoteric, especially an esoteric path, but a practical path, how a man and a woman should live here on earth. Is that correct?
Can. Yes.
I like
האם זה נכון שהסיקיזם מתמקד
איך לחיות כאן בעולם?
כן.
הזה.
והתשובה היא כן.
Okay.
Do you care to elaborate?
Sikhism, the edicts, one of the edicts of Sikhism is to be service to your community, your community of Sikhs, and outside of your community of Sikhism, because we consider the community at large our community, and the world is our community.
סיקיזם מכבד את הפרינציפ הוא לכבד כל אדם שהוא סיקי ולכבד כל אדם בכלל, מפני שכל האנשים בעולם הם קהילה שלהם. I'm not very good at this translator. You might be doing better than I do.
So, we talked about the eight paths?
The 8 limbs of yoga.
What?
The 8 limbs of yoga.
Okay, what is that briefly?
The 8 limbs of yoga are separated into 2 categories. the let's just say the way of behaving in life.
Okay.
8 הזרועות של יוגה הן מדברות על איך להתנהג בחיים.
And the way in which to achieve that skill in order to live well in life.
ואיך לפתח את הכישורים כדי לחיות היטב.
So one of the first things that is spoken about in the 8 limbs of yoga is to practice doing no harm by word, deed, and by thought.
אחד הדברים המרכזיים הוא לא לגרום נזק על ידי דיבור, מעשה ומחשבה.
Harmlessness.
Ahimsa, okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's interesting because the Sikhs are great warriors.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Well, the the practice of ahimsa is looked at as a way of being a peaceful warrior.
And a warrior.
A peaceful warrior. Yes.
ההימסה שפירושו לא לגרום נזק, איך זה מתקשר ללהיות לוחם, הסיקים הם לוחמים, ההימסה זה להיות לוחם שלום.
It doesn't mean, ahimsa doesn't mean to be passive and to allow harm to come to you or to someone in your family or to anyone else. It means to also protect those who may be in danger.
ההימסה פירושו לא להעמיד את עצמך או אחרים בסכנה או לקבל את המצב של סכנה, אלא להגן על אחרים.
The sword is only used as a very last resort. It's not an impulsive or an ego way of being or of living.
השימוש בחרב הוא לא משהו אימפולסיבי או כדי לגרום נזק, אלא משתמשים בו בתור מוצא אחרון.
There is a practice in Sikhism in which the prayers are practiced and recited and lived fully 24 hours a day, 24/7.
Okay.
You're talking about reading in the good water.
Reading the good water. There's a time when the good water, the Guru Granth Sahib is recited and read throughout the night and throughout the day for 3 days.
Okay.
until it's actually completed.
התפילות והקריאה בכתבים הקדושים של הסיקים נמשכת סביב השעון בלי הפסקה. גורו גרנט סאהב, שזה הספר המרכזי של הסיקים, זה התנ"ך של הסיקים, נקרא בלי סוף מההתחלה ועד הסוף במשך 3 ימים, ואז מחדש.
You mean like there's a special period like once a year when you're supposed to do this, or how is
Well,
it?
it's done on a regular basis, especially when the American Sikhs gather in solstice, summer solstice in New Mexico, and right from the very beginning when we get there, people take turns in reading the Guru Granth Sahib throughout the day.
Okay.
Until it's completed, 1,200 pages, I think 1,300 pages that are there in the Guru Granth Sahib.
Okay. But do you have like set prayer times? Like a Muslim 5 times a day?
There is a practice in which Sikhs can pray 5 times a day, just like...
Can or have to?
It's suggested that we do it, but you know, with a busy life, it's difficult to find time to pray 5 times a day.
I would say it's as suggested as it is to Muslims to pray 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody's going to excommunicate you if you don't, but it's something you should do. You would say so?
Good.
הסיקים מתפללים 5 פעמים ביום כמו המוסלמים, עם אורח החיים העסוק הרגיל שלנו. הרבה מהם לא מצליחים לעשות את זה, אבל זה אחד העקרונות.
Okay. SiriOm Singh, what do you? Maybe we shift gears here a little. I'm wondering if you might sing us all a song.
Oh, okay.
That would be a great thing.
One of my favorite songs is I Am the Light of My Soul. And this song is dear to me because the lyrics come from Yogi Bhajan, the Kundalini Yoga master, and brought the yoga to Kundalini Yoga to the West, North America. And the words, I am the light of my soul, basically means that the light must burn bright inside of us at all times. Because when someone sees your light burning bright, it allows them to give them permission for their light to burn bright. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful, which means you have everything at your disposal right here in this body right here to be happy. There's no need for us to extend ourselves and seek happiness outside of ourselves. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. We're all beautiful. Not only from the outside that we see, but on the inside. Because that light burns bright. The light of God shows. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. I am bliss. Bliss means to be happy. And then we chant, I am. And that first I am basically says, I am what? And then that second I am. And that confirms and seals that I am the light of my soul. I am.
השיר הוא אני האור של נשמתי. המילים הם של יוגי בז'ן, האיש שהביא את הקונדליני יוגה אל המערב, והמילים הן אני האור של נשמתי, אני מלא שפע, אני יפה, אני מלא אושר. חוזרים על המילים I am, אני פעמיים, כדי לאשר ולאמת שזה באמת כך.
Okay.
So we'll begin the song with our hands together in prayer pose. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. I am bliss. I am. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. I am bliss. I am. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am bountiful. I am beautiful. I am bliss. I am, I am. 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 I am the light of my soul.
Wow. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Whoa. That's amazing. There's a resonance in your voice like nothing I've ever heard before.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Okay. A little more about Sikhism, just a little, and then maybe I'll go into your lives together and your work. Sikhism is monotheism, is that right?
Ken.
It's monotheistic.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what else would you like to say about what attracted you
To Sikhism?
to Sikhism?
What attracted me was the manner in which I saw and witnessed how many of the people carry themselves. Both of my teachers both always carry themselves so peacefully and so happily and with contentment, love for everyone, and the most important thing, compassion. The greatest compassion that I ever witnessed was how they greeted everyone with the utmost love and care.
מה שמשך אותי אל סיקיזם זה בעיקר איך הסיקים מתנהגים עם אחרים. המורים שלי הראשונים היו סיקים, הם סיקים, ומאוד התרשמתי מהצורה שבה הם נוהגים עם אחרים, בכבוד, בשמחה, ועם הרבה קשר נפשי ורוחני.
And I think since I'm speaking about my teachers, I should mention their names. Maharishi Singh Khalsa and Nirbet Kaur Khalsa. They are the two people who never initiated me. I took it on myself to take on the path of Sikhism. Sikhs do not have a practice in which they proselytize and try to convert people into the faith. Even young children who are brought up into the Sikh faith, they are not encouraged to take the final vows of Sikhism, which is Amrit, and they take on the last name of Khalsa. It has to be their choice.
המורים שלי, מהרישי סינג, קלסה ונירבקר קלסה, לא השפיעו עליי להיות סיקי. הדת הסיקית לא תומכת בהמרה. ההחלטה להיות סיקי היא החלטה שכל אחד מקבל לבד, ואפילו ילדים שנולדים לתוך הדת הסיקית צריכים בעצמם לקבל את ההחלטה, לקבל את המחויבות הסופית, וכאשר הם עושים את זה שמם נקרא קלסה, לקדושים.
So when I took my vows, before I took my vows, I read a great deal about Sikhism to make sure that it was the right path for me, and not to enter in something with just being in love with something that's just a brief experience. I wanted it to be a long-lasting experience, and one of the things that I was impressed that I read about, Sikhs must take a vow to live inside of their marriage.
Meaning no cheating?
No cheating.
Okay.
You must decide that this is what you want, and the person that you choose is your lifelong partner.
No divorce.
There is divorce in the Sikh culture, especially in the American Sikh culture.
לפני שקיבלתי על עצמי את הדת הסיקית, קראתי הרבה כדי להיות בטוח שזה באמת מה שאני רוצה. ואחד הדברים שמשכו אותי זה המחויבות לנאמנות בחיי הנישואים. זה לא שאין גירושים בקהילה הסיקית, יש, אבל זה אחד הפרינציפים של הדת, שכאשר יש נישואים, נאמנות בתוך הנישואים היא חלק מהדת.
Ayala, are you a Sikh?
I'm not.
So you don't have to marry another Sikh then?
No, you don't. It's encouraged.
Of course.
Especially within the Indian families, they want you to marry within your faith.
But not the American Sikhs.
Not the American Sikhs.
And besides, SiriOm was not Sikh when he married me, so...
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It is encouraged to become vegetarian, to live a lifestyle of eating vegetables.
Though you eat dairy.
Although I eat dairy, and yogurt is a food that's eaten in the vegetarian lifestyle of Sikhism.
And they're not vegan.
And no,
yes.
Vegetarians.
And no drugs and no alcohol.
No drugs, no alcohol, no smoking cigarettes.
And not coffee preferably.
Not coffee preferably.
Ayala?
הדיאטה הסיקית היא בדרך כלל צמחונית ומתנזרת מסמים, אלכוהול, קפה, סיגריות.
To view every woman who is not your wife as your sister, and to view every older woman who is not of your blood as your mother, and to view every young woman as your daughter, and to view older people as your grandfather or your grandmother.
Beautiful.
And vice versa, brother, son, grandson,
Beautiful. Ayala.
הנוהג הוא לראות בכל אדם שאיננו בקשרי דם איתך, כאילו הוא האב, הבן, האם, האחות, כך שכל אדם שאתה פוגש הוא בעצם קרוב אליך.
And to vow to respect all other faiths.
Beautiful.
And to protect those who are in need of protection if their life is in danger.
לכבד את כל הדתות ולהגן על אלו שהם בסכנה.
And the Sikhs are known as the great warriors of India.
The great warriors of India, yes. Sikhs have fought in every world war that has occurred in this realm of being. World War I, World War II. I'm not sure about Vietnam or Korea, but I think they probably were in Korea. The United Nations were involved in that.
Okay.
הסיקים הם לוחמים והיו מעורבים ברוב המלחמות של המאה שעברה.
Okay, and then another, just to sum up, and then I'd love to ask you about your lives in the United States and your work. Anything else that you'd like to add about what attracted you to Sikhism?
Again, what had attracted to me was just the elegance, the elegance of living, the passion to be connected to the world and to be of service to others,
and wanting to get high on the breath, maybe.
and to know that the breath is enough to be lifted up and feel the bliss and to just soar like an eagle.
Without drugs or alcohol.
Without drugs
or any of these things.
Any of those things.
אין צורך בסמים או אלכוהול או כל האמצעים האחרים בשביל להתעלות, מפני שהנשימה מספיקה בשביל זה, ונותנת את אותן תוצאות.
Okay, that sounds beautiful. Okay, how is it for you both, living as an interracial couple in where do you live? Teaneck, New Jersey?
Trenton,
New Jersey. How are things in the United States for a couple like you nowadays?
Well, I think because we view each other as human beings, first of all, and I don't think either of us see any color.
Beautiful.
We see ourselves as beings of light and people who love each other and people who love other people. And I think because of that, people see us that way. I don't think people who know us see us as an interracial couple. I think they see us as a married couple.
I agree. SiriOm אומר, אנשים שרואים אותנו, לא רואים אותנו בתור זוג מעורב, מכיוון שאנחנו לא רואים את עצמנו כך. אנחנו עברי צבעים, ואנחנו רואים אחד את השני כאדם אחר, וכך אנשים רואים אותנו. התוספת שלי היא שאנשים בדרך כלל רואים אותנו בעין מאוד יפה, אנשים מסתכלים עלינו ואומרים, אוי, זה זוג מעניין. People usually kind of like how we present ourselves, I think, and usually what they say is, oh, that's an interesting couple. We used to be the black man and the white woman who speaks funny, and now we are the black man with the turban and the white woman who speaks funny. So people are intrigued.
Well, we are, for instance, at work, where we work in New Jersey, they see us together all the time. We're connected to the hip. We come to work, and if I come to work by myself, everyone's asking, hey, where's your partner? And I says, well, she's at home, working at home, doing other things. And it says, wow, it's really something to see you by yourself. Or if Ayala's at work, they say, hey, where's your partner? But I think because we are devoted to our marriage and we are committed to it, I think people see us as as good role models in relationship. And I'm not going to say marriage because I like to say a relationship, because I think relationship, if it's looked at with honor and dignity, it supersedes marriage.
בגלל שאנשים רואים אותנו בדרך כלל ביחד, רגילים לראות אותנו יחד, הם מתפלאים כשאנחנו לא לבד, הם רואים אותנו כמודל לקשר, והוא בכוונה לא משתמש במילה נישואים, אלא במילה קשר, שהיא הרמה יותר גבוהה.
You know, I think America has changed a lot, thank God. And whereas before, it could have been very, very hard for the two of you. I think, thank God, people's hearts and souls have opened up to the fact that we're all human. and that we're all children of God, which is, and then the election of Obama is one sign of this. And
we have friends in Trenton who celebrate Loving Day. You know of Loving Day?
No, I do not.
June 12th is the day, the anniversary of their marriage, of the first mixed couple in Virginia. Richmond, Virginia. They were persecuted for being a mixed race couple.
Persecuted or prosecuted?
Both.
Yes.
They were persecuted. They were prosecuted. They were what I did? I think he was for a period of time, and then
the
they
man
won.
was put in jail.
Whoa.
Then
Yes.
they won
Well,
in the
people
Supreme
were
Court.
lynched, were murdered.
Well,
And then-
it was suggested that they leave town.
But then they went to the Supreme Court, and they got a ruling that allowed them to live in town together. So this is the day that celebrates the possibility of interracial marriage. And these friends of ours who are an interracial couple invite all their interracial couple friends, and the place is packed. Yeah, that's nice. I'll translate that, I think it's important. חברים שלנו בטרנטון שהם עצמם זוג מעורב חוגגים את Loving Day. Loving Day, ה-12 ליוני, הוא תאריך הנישואים של הזוג המעורב הראשון בווירג'יניה, שנרדף בגלל היותם זוג מעורב, נלקח לבית משפט, הבעל נאסר, והם הגיעו לבית המשפט העליון שפסק שהם יכולים לחיות יחד בריצ'מונד, וירג'יניה, איפה שהם התחתנו. הזוג, החברים שלנו, שהם עצמם זוג מעורב, מזמינים את כל החברים שלהם, שהם זוגות מעורבים, לחגוג את Loving Day, והמקום מפוצץ. שיש כל כך הרבה אנשים שחיים יחד מתוך עיוורון צבעים, רואים אחד את השני בתור אדם. מאוד פשוט.
Beautiful, beautiful. And, okay, I'd like to ask you a little bit, SiriOm, about the yoga of drumming and what that is, the yoga of drumming, what you mean by that phrase, and then what both of you see as your mission or service to the world is.
Okay.
And then maybe one more song.
Okay. The yoga of drumming basically is about communication. It's about using the body as a drum. It's about understanding who we are as human beings. It's an activity in which a group of people come together and engage in movement and gestures and rhythm, soul rhythms, without the use of words.
היוגה של הטיפוף היא סדנת תקשורת אלטרנטיבית, elaborate a little bit, not just translate. היא סדנת תקשורת אלטרנטיבית שמשתמשת בתקשורת לא מילולית, ובה אנשים לומדים להשתמש בפרינציפים של יוגה ושל מדיטציה כדי לפתוח את ההקשבה, ובטיפוף על הגוף, בקולות ובתנועות, כדי לתקשר מתוך המקום הזה של פתיחות והקשבה. לא מדברים תוך כדי התרגילים, מדברים בסדנה, אבל הסדנה הזאת היא הסדנה שבה אנשים מתקשרים אחד עם השני בלי לדבר. אחד עם השני וגם בתוך קבוצה.
I chose the word yoga because it means to unite the mind, body, and spirit as one. And in the yoga of drumming, the goal is to achieve that oneness as a group.
בחרתי במונח יוגה בשביל הסדנה הזאת, כי יוגה היא הקשר בין הגוף, הנפש והמודעות, ובסדנה הזאת אנחנו יוצרים קשר עם האנשים בתוך הקבוצה. You may also want maybe to say something about falling into love, which is your other workshop.
Falling into love is just that, I want people to experience actually falling in.
That's your workshop.
Love. That's another workshop.
And what do you mean by that?
Falling into love?
Yeah.
Falling into love is a phrase I chose on purpose because people seek love outside of themselves. We seek it through, gaining more money, gaining the right person, finding the right job, the right house, the right vacation, and we're never oftentimes satisfied with that. It's not enough to keep us up. It's not enough to seek outside of ourselves those things to remain happy and sustained. So the falling into love is about falling into the sound, using the sound, the nod. It's like a nod workshop, and singing and lifting up the voice and understanding and hearing and using sound to find that happiness, that bliss, and you fall into it.
How can people contact you? What do you have? A website, an email?
We have you want to say that? She's
Sure.
better at that than I am.
Our website is www.bhakti, BHAKTI, house, HOUSE, that's one word, bhaktihouse.org. On that website, there's information about us, there's information about our tour in Israel, there's information about our upcoming events. We're going to be in Israel until January 20th, and there are things always being added to our list of events. They're all on the calendar. More information about SiriOm and his art, his music, and his yoga practice and workshops is on his website, www.SiriOm Singh, SiriOmSingh.com. And in Hebrew?
That's okay. SiriOm Singh, we don't have much time left. Maybe another song. We have about 5 minutes left.
All right.
And Rory, you could just close when you need to.
One of my favorite other songs is Ra Ma Da Sa. Ra is the sun, healing energy. Sliha. Ra. Ma is the moon. Da is the earth. Sa is infinity. Sa Se So Hum translates I am thou. I come unto thou. I come unto thee. And I am that which you are. I am part of the universe. And it's a healing mantra, and this mantra comes with a mudra. And the mudra is in this position like so. And the healing emanates from the entire body as we chant Rama Dasa Sasi Soham Rama Dasa Sasi Soham Ramadasa Sase Soham Ramadasa Sase Soham Ramadasa Sase Soham Ramadasa Sase Soham Rama Dasa Sase Soham. those two songs are on both of my CDs, Gurudev and Travel the Light.
Whoa. Any last words, Ayala?
Oh. You put me in a tight spot.
We have 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Less. 2.5.
Last words.
We want to talk about our mission.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you wanted to know about that.
Our mission is basically love. That's it. Simple. Just love.
How's that for last word?
Wow.
Well, actually,
No better.
we also love is something that you feel towards a person, towards a few people, and we are talking really on a global level. We look to help people embrace diversity as a means to create peace, because we think that this is what creates the opening for love to come through when you are not just accepting the fact that people are different than you, but you embrace it and you say the more differences the better, and this is what makes us unique, and this is what opens up our possibilities to grow as a species out of love.
Out of love. And maybe just translate that and we close.
אוקיי. SiriOm אומר, המסר שלנו הוא אהבה, ואני אומרת, המסר שלנו הוא גם לעודד אנשים, לא רק לקבל, אלא לחפש, how would you say diversity?
גוונים, שונות.
שונות, תודה לקהל. לחפש, לקבל ולאמץ את השונות בינינו. כי אנחנו אוהבים אחד את השני, אנשים שאנחנו מכירים, משפחה, בני זוג, אבל אנחנו לא בדרך כלל אוהבים את אלה ששונים מאיתנו. את אלו שאנחנו רואים אותם בתור אוהבים שלנו, כי הם לא אנחנו. הדרך שאנחנו רואים כדי ליצור שלום בעולם היא לקבל ולאמץ את השונות בינינו, מפני שזה המקור להתפתחות שלנו בתור מין אנושי, וכל זה נעשה מתוך אהבה.
Okay, with those words, Ayala and SiriOm Singh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
beautiful. God bless you. God bless us all.
Satanam.
Satnam.
אמן.
אמן.